Now I'd like to talk about the close dates module for your program page. First, let me navigate to it from the landing page. I'll go to delivery, and then I'll use recent in this case to go to my program page. I can access the module close dates by clicking the program details drop down list and choosing close dates. And now I'm on the module. What is it? Why is it important to use it? And how do we use it? It's a method of tracking of the days that are open versus those that are closed. And the closed days are reflected in your units of service module where you record attendance. And I'll show that to you here. This is the units of service attendance module. And the days that are in gray are actually closed on the module. If you notice, I'm on the jumbo softball test program for the month of June 2022. If I go back and I pull up June of 2022, you see the first 2 weeks were open, as we saw there, starting on the 1st. And if I go back, I'm not going to filter it again, but if I did, you'd see the first was closed as well. And so that's the first thing that happens when you close a date. Looking on the calendar itself, the blue background on the dates indicate they're closed. The non-colored ones are open. And so there's a number of ways to actually close or reopen days. If I come in and I think I'll go to the month of October, and I see that the second Monday is closed. If I wanted to reopen that, I could do that. It's a little shaded out there, but it's open now. So you can always make changes, and you should through the year. If you intend to have service on a certain day and there's a reason to close, then you would just come in and close it. But you also have to close weekends, and you can, assuming that weekends are not service days on your contract, you can click each date, or you can come over and select close all weekends in range. And then I could choose for the month of October from the first day to the last day, and then it would automatically close those when I click process. And you see that. We recommend that you close the entire year. I don't want to do that on my test program now because I'm doing some other things with it. But you could certainly come in here, choose close all weekends and date range, and go from the first day of your contract to the last day of your contract and click process. You would also be required to close days for holidays when you're not having service. So I could go over to, let's say, yeah, we can do Thanksgiving, and I'll just do the 24th and the 25th like that. I can also type directly in, and I can do that and click process. And if I go over to November, I'll see that, oh, I passed it. Those days are closed as well. And if I made a mistake, hey, I just do that and reopen them. Now, there's one other thing that I want you to be aware of. This is critical for OST programming, after school and summer camp. Any contract where you're required to run the payment report, the PUOSPR2, what is going on with this report is that it looks at that close dates module and counts the number of open days. And then it determines 80% of that, and 80% is the threshold. And what does that do for you? Well, this first student in this report was in attendance for 13 days. The program was open for 15. But because he was there more than the threshold, he gets paid for all 15 days. And I think I have that on a calculator. Yeah, you see 15 times $22.44 is $336.60, and that's what. So it's very important to close those dates. It's a requirement actually by your, in most cases, as per your contract. So again, how to find it from the landing page, we would go to the program page. Then we would go to the program details, choose close dates. Then I'm on the module. and I use the arrows to find the month I need to take care of. And you can either use these management tools over here, or you can click directly in. If you have questions about this, as always, the help desk can assist with that.